it's Brittany, and today's video I'm super excited about because it's all about Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States. And you guys know all about me and Abraham Lincoln. I mean, you know, I have so many videos about him, I feel like. I don't know. Well, maybe not. I talk about him a lot. I have a few. I will leave all of my Lincoln videos, like my paranormal experience with Lincoln when I was a child, which I believe I saw him when I was little. It's really crazy. I will leave that down below. I will leave also when I think I caught his ghost on camera or something. It was a shadow that looked like Lincoln. It was crazy. I'll also leave my spirit box session with Lincoln down below as well. And is there another video? I don't even know. But I will go through my videos and everything that has to do with Lincoln, I will leave it down below. But you guys know how crazy I am. I mean, like, look at my socks. Do you guys see this? I got these in Washington, DC. I recently was there and I freaking love Washington, DC. I just love it so much. And I wanted to make a video all about the White House because there have been so many stories of the White House being haunted. Many former presidents and many former first ladies have seen the ghost of Abraham Lincoln. People have seen an apparition of him. There's been some really weird walking back and forth through the hallways, walking coming up from the second floor. There's been weird knocks, just a weird feeling of a ghostly presence. The first person to see Lincoln's ghost was the 30th president, Calvin Coolidge's wife. She said Lincoln was standing at a window in the Oval Office. She continued to see him many times during her husband's time in office. When Lincoln was in office, his 11-year-old son died in the green room of the White House. Lincoln and his wife, Mary Todd, they would have seances in the White House trying to contact their son. Now, getting into the death of Abraham Lincoln. So this is actually kind of eerie. So he would often have dreams of him predicting his death. He knew that he would not make it to a second term of being the president. On April 14th, 1865, while attending a play at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C., President Lincoln was assassinated by a man named John Wilkes Booth. As Lincoln was watching the play, the man shot Lincoln from behind, hitting him in the back of the head. The following day, at 7:22 a.m., Lincoln died in the Peterson House across the street from the theater. So when I was in Washington, D.C., you know, Lincoln is just everywhere. So I wanted to go on the Lincoln tour of the Ford's Theater along with the Peterson House, which is across the street from the theater, and it's also the house that he died in. So if you are in the Washington, D.C. area, I would totally recommend going on this tour, especially if you like Abraham Lincoln, and it's a huge part of history, you know what I mean? So I was really looking forward to this. At first you go through a museum and then you go to the theater. So I was the first person into the theater, which was so cool. So I got a really awesome shot walking in, but it was very eerie when you're in there. I didn't realize how small the theater was. You got to see exactly where Abraham Lincoln was sitting. So that was really eerie to see that and just knowing that he was shot there. One thing that is super eerie to me, and this is what I've heard, is that there's still blood on Lincoln's chair. And if you get close enough that you can see it. I did not see the blood. I got as close as I could to the chair. You obviously cannot go in that little booth, but you can go really close to the chair, but I didn't see any blood. But you're not, you know, in the booth. You're kind of like, there's a wall, you kind of have to peek around and then you see the booth if you're really up close to it. But if you want to see the full booth where he sat and where Mary sat, then you can go around and, you know, take pictures or whatever you want to do if you just want to look, you know what I mean? But everybody was taking pictures, everybody was taking video because it's a part of history. So right after you're in the theater, they take you across the street to go into the Peterson House, which is the house that Lincoln died in. That was the house that they brought him over to after he was shot. I once again was the first person to go inside the house, so I was really happy about that. But when you walk into the house, it's so... you just feel very sad. It's very eerie. You see the room where his wife Mary and his son and friends of the Lincoln family were sitting, waiting to hear about Lincoln to see if he was okay. You then go into the room where Lincoln died in, and that was just so eerie, knowing that he was in there. I feel like I've been saying eerie so much in this video, but that's just the perfect word to say. It was just eerie. There's nothing really, and sad. There's nothing really more you can explain it with. Like, I don't know what other word to use, but just knowing that he died there at 7:22 a.m. on April 14th in 1865 at 56 years old. 56 years young, actually. It's really awful. It's very sad and very tragic. So as you're going through the house, you then go up to this elevator, and I posted this on Instagram. So it said, take elevator to 4th floor, I believe, or go to the 4th floor through the elevator. The sign says something like that, but I'll post it, like the picture across the screen right now. But so many of you guys were like, holy crap, where are you? Because you know my whole number 4 thing, and you guys were like, oh my god, don't go up there and stuff. But I will tell you what it was. So it was part of the Lincoln tour. So when I went into the elevator, I pressed the number 4, and it just took you up to another part of a Lincoln museum. So that was really cool to see. But just so you guys know, who follow me on Instagram at Brady44, that it wasn't a trap. But I was just like, holy crap, of course that it wants to take you to the 4th floor. You know what I mean? So I just thought I would tell you guys that in this video. But yeah, it takes you to another museum, then there's a gift shop, and it's just, there's this whole stack of books. I believe 1,500 Lincoln books, and it's just stacked up so high. It was very cool to see that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about the White House. Do you really believe that Abraham Lincoln haunts the White House? I think it's very interesting. There's been so many stories. It's been known to be one of the most haunted places in the United States. But then again, I feel like every haunted place says that about their location. It's like, we're the most haunted place or one of the most haunted places. You know what I mean? I feel like every place is one of the most haunted places. And also too, I do have some pictures of when I went into Madame Tussauds, is that what it's called? Wax museum. I've never been inside a wax museum before, so it was so cool because there was this lifelike Abraham Lincoln right at the beginning, and I took a picture, put it on Instagram, of course, and then there was a little booth that's set up just like the Ford's Theater where you can sit beside Lincoln. You're basically in Mary's spot, and you can sit with him like you're watching the play. So of course I wanted to take a picture there, and he looks so lifelike. It's so crazy. And of course I took a picture with Michael Jackson. I mean, I know that's like really random, but you guys have seen it on my Instagram and stuff. But the wax museum was so cool. I've never been inside one before, but I love anything to do with Abraham Lincoln. I absolutely love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you rock my world, and the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. Hashtag team Brady44, hashtag brother runs, hey. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.